Now we know what a mapping is and how we can apply it on new fields within an existing type. In this exercise, let's add a new field called start date in an existing document and also specify the mapping of that field while we are adding the field itself. So let me bring the terminal here. We'll go to exercise 5. So we have two documents here. First is mapping, and then we will add the field. So before we add the field, we need to have the mapping, because if we add the field first with some value, then Elasticsearch will analyze the value and will try to come up with its own conclusion about the data type. We don't want that. So we will first add the mapping. So let's see what's inside the mapping. So this is again a put command, and here we are specifying the mapping for type subject. Okay, and in here we will have a mapping for a field called start underscore date, and this is case sensitive, and we say the type of this field will be date, and we can also specify the format. Okay, now if it is a string or a long or integer value, you may not need a format. So this is an optional property we can add to date types. Okay, so very simple. We are specifying a mapping on existing type, and we are saying that a new field start underscore date, if it is added or if it is already there, it should have a type of date, and it will have the format uh, as specified month slash date slash year. Okay, so let's run this command. Now before I run this command, let me show you what the mapping is as of now. Okay, since we have not added any mapping in previous lessons, and we have not added the field called start underscore date, so everything should be in default state as of now, and we can check the current mapping as follows. So it will be get command. Okay, so this is Elasticsearch server, and then we specify the index, which is class, and after index you specify underscore mapping, and followed by the type, which is subject in our case, and we want it in pretty format. Now here you can see as of now subject has this mapping. Okay, this is the default mapping which is added by Elasticsearch. Okay, and we have 4 fields in it: about, class ID, duration, and subject. All the fields are string except class ID, because you remember for class ID we had used values of type integers. So far our data looks good, our mapping looks good too. Okay, now we want to add a new field to it, but before that we will specify the mapping. So let's do that. Acknowledgement equal to true, so it means this command successfully finished. Now if we run the same command again for the mapping, let's see what happens. Now you can see a new field is added which has a type date and also the format. So this is as we had specified in the mapping command, so it worked fine. Now let's add a value. Okay, so we have a document file. So we have this file called add date. Let's open this. So here we are adding a new field called start date. Okay, this is the update command, and it has a value of 12/20/2016. Okay, so let's save this and run it. So as you can see, the version of document with ID 1 is incremented to 3. Okay, because this is the third time we are changing this document. Now let's pull this document. Okay, so you can see the fourth field is added in the specified format. If you change the format, okay, it should fail. If you specify your value in a different format than specified in the mapping, the update request will fail. And I would encourage you to try it out yourself and see what happens. All right, so we covered mapping. In next section we will talk about template. All right, I see you in the next class.